Hey friend, welcome to the Badass is the New Black podcast, where our motto is done is better than perfect. I'm Chrissy Chin, here on a mission to help you grow your business online, turn your leads into lifelong customers, and scale to six figures and beyond so you can work less and enjoy and earn a whole lot more. Most importantly, I'm a laid-back wife, a mom, a friend who started as a peds nurse, turned network marketer, and now a serial entrepreneur. This podcast is for ambitious people with an idea, a vision, but no idea how to get there. On this podcast, I'll give actionable steps to keep you moving forward while you learn new business strategies, better systems and processes, marketing, sales, all the things you need to build and scale a blissful business that keeps your pocketbooks growing. Grab a beverage, open up your notes app, and let's get to it. Today is such an exciting day on the podcast because the doors are finally back open to our signature program, Build a Blissful Business, formerly known as Digital Duplication Academy. Now, over the last month, if you've been listening to the podcast, I've been sharing some insights to help you prepare and know and understand, should I be joining this program right now? Now, in season 5, episode 9, I think that was 4 episodes ago, we talked about, is your business set up for success? And I gave you some ways to be able to identify if your business actually was set up for success. And if you listen to that episode and you realize that you were missing some key areas, then I 100% encourage you to watch the replay of the masterclass that happened Tuesday. First and foremost, if you're watching on YouTube, leave in the comments, did you watch the masterclass? If you did, tell me what you thought. And if you didn't, I'm going to leave the link to the replay in the description. And if you're listening to the podcast, I'll leave it in the show notes. So after this, you can go listen to that. In episode 10, you discovered, season 5, episode 10, you discovered the millionaire secrets to having a successful business, and were able to once again identify if those things were set up in your business to be able to scale and to grow and to bring in customers. Do you have a proven system right now that allows you to draw in that perfect customer, to turn that customer or that prospect into a paying customer, and then beyond that, to serve them in such an incredible, powerful, impactful way that they become lifelong customers for you? Okay, if the answer is no, again, listen to the masterclass replay, because Build a Blissful Business is a program that we are going to show you how to do that. You're going to want to join it, and you only have a few days left to do it, because we are going to close the doors to that to get started with this group of students. And then in episode 11 and 12 on season 5, we talked about generating reoccurring revenue, why it's important if you're selling products to also have a digital offer that's going to allow you to scale and bring in more customers to buy your products, and just ways to have reoccurring revenue. Okay, I shared this masterclass that this is for coaches, for service providers, direct sellers, health professionals, small business owners. And you can be someone who wants to launch your business. Maybe you haven't gotten started yet and you have no idea where to start. Or you already have a business, you're feeling a little stressed with everything to do. You don't want to sacrifice time with your family, but you want to have success, and you're just wondering if it's even possible for you. And also, if you're someone who maybe you have systems set up in place and you're putting automations out there, but you're not making any sales. Okay, there's 7 key areas to your business where it could be costing you a ton of money and a ton of sales, leaving money on the table at every moment. And I break these 7 areas down in the masterclass towards the end when I'm talking about Build a Blissful Business and if it's right for you. Again, I'll leave that link below this video and in the show notes. And instead, I want to take a little time to share some of our past Build a Blissful Business students and what they had to say about the program. So feel free to listen to what they have to say. You already heard from Lisa and Alan last week, one of our amazing couples that was in the program, on how they used Build a Blissful Business to take what they had 2 websites, or they had one and they needed to create another one for their second business because they had 2 offers and they were building these businesses side by side, and they were feeling stressed and overwhelmed and like they just were not going to be able to keep up with it. And they used Build a Blissful Business to understand more and implement this strategy of taking 2 separate businesses and actually blending them into one business, one brand with one ideal customer, but 2 offers that their customer would want to purchase, therefore doubling doubling their sales with half of the work. So you heard from them on last week's podcast. And I have a few more clients here from Build a Blissful Business that want to share a message with you. And then you can go watch the masterclass if you haven't already, because I cannot wait to see you inside Build a Blissful Business before the doors close, because we are not going to be offering this again for a long time. This hasn't been open since last year. So this is your opportunity to jump in with us and make changes in your business, to have more time, to have more systems, more automation, a better way to sell in not a sleazy, salesy way, but a way that gets your customers really excited and wanting what you have. Okay. So we've reopened it. We've given it a new name. So if you've heard me talk about Digital Duplication Academy before on the podcast, this is that program. It's newer, it's improved. We've added more trainings, and we've given it a new name that better suits the program and the result that you're going to get. Okay. So go ahead and take a listen to some of our amazing students, and I'll be right back.
I was just wanting to get my Young Living business automated, I guess, so that I had time to do other things. I had no system in place and I didn't know what to say. I was hoping that you would help me get a website set up so that I could take the information you had from Grow Workspace and put it on a website so other people could find it when I wasn't around, really.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was thinking I was going to be doing.
Okay, so you were coming in thinking, I'm going to get my direct sales business set up, automated, leverage the educational material so I can have a good professional place to send people to, right? But that's not what happened, right?
No,
I know your story well. So,
not at all.
Yeah, so share with us what actually ended up happening as you're going through the program.
Well, the first thing you had us do was work on an avatar. You wanted us to speak to our person. You wanted us to find that person. And originally I thought I was just going to speak to people about Young Living and the oils I used and all of the great products they had. But when I had turned in my first avatar and I started sharing my story with you, you said, I think there's more here, more here than what you think. And you really encouraged me to go back, dig deeper, and really look and hone in on that person I needed to speak to. Well, that started ripping the Band-Aid off for me and making me dig deeper into my story. And really, I will tell you, Chrissy, God led me to you. I know that. I think I shared that with you before. Yeah. The story and where I was going was not about Young Living. It really was to speak to those about grief and how you can loosen the grip of grief and you in a positive way. And so as I started digging deeper and turning that soil over in my heart, God started showing me those things. And it wasn't by accident, Chrissy, that he led me to you.
I know, I got chills. And now there is opportunity for, for there to be this coaching aspect for people that are joining the program. So, and I know that was a big part of what you found really helpful. Do you want to speak to that at all for someone out there who's like, been hearing about the program, thinking about it?
The coaching was invaluable. I mean, I had to have the coaching. If it was just left up to me to go through the program on my own, one, I need accountability. I needed somebody to say, hey, I'm meeting with you at this time. It pushed me to be able to sit down, focus, and bring in those things I needed because there was an expectation of getting it done. And that for me, I had to have and still do. The one thing I will say is when you do the live coaching or jump in, don't be afraid. I wasted so much time, so much valuable time thinking I had to have things down just right before I submitted it, before I gave it to you to look at. And that was one of my biggest regrets. I wish I would have just put something on paper. You have said, done over perfect. Give me something. I will speak to you guys directly. If you don't give Chrissy something, she can't help you. Speaking from experience, just give her something. She's great to work with. And yeah, she's there for you.
Oh, love that. Love that. I can just see everything kind of unfolding. You're radiating so much confidence, so much clarity in what you're moving forward. And now, your business is growing and you're going to help and serve so many people. You're going to have another revenue stream for your business, which is super exciting that you didn't realize you were going to have when you started. I know we worked on also blending, your new offer with your affiliate marketing products so that they can really work together and you can build both businesses off of each other, which is exciting and what we focus on too in the program. So Kelly, thank you. You've already shared kind of who you speak to. Do you want to give us any more details about who that person might be and then where they can find you and connect with you?
On my website when I launch it. I have not put it out there yet. I will let you know as soon as I do. I'm still working on some details there. But for those who are just listening and need a day-to-day, you can grieve positively. You can have a bad moment, but not have a bad day. And I have been there. I can show you how to walk through those moments, how to be prepared for those things that, I guess, catch you off guard. Those are some of the, but most of all, it's a relationship with Jesus that I want to really express to you that you must have. It is Jesus who carried me through those days and through that time, and scripture and prayer. And yeah, just a little bit of, our back porch is there for those who need a place to rest and come and connect with other people who have been where you are and can share what they've done, not only what I've done, but what they've done. Grieving, it looks different to everyone. But the takeaway is you don't have to stay in that spot. You can move forward, and you can move forward positively and have a beautiful, positive life, even after a loss.
I love that you're helping people with that, because grief it's a lot. And like you said, it comes and it punches you in the gut and it takes your breath away, but you don't have to live in that space for eternity. And I love that you're helping people move through that and process in their own way and be supported by a community and by you to be able to live a joyful life again after loss. So such a beautiful thing that you're doing, Kelly. And I appreciate you for just putting yourself out there and serving people in this way. Such a gift. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your thoughts on Build a Blissful Business with us.
All right. Well, thank you, Chrissy. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and all you've done for me.
All right, let's welcome Megan to the podcast. Megan, so thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And I just want to chat a little bit about your experience with Build a Blissful Business.
Well, good. Well, hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here to share about my special and amazing experience I had with Chrissy and her team last year. So last spring, I saw the opportunity to join a webinar to learn more about building a website. And this came at the perfect time in my life because I have been in the network marketing business for years and really felt this itch and burn to grow it at a faster rate and even potentially add more offerings to my services. So I jumped right in to their program, and I am a working mom. I am not the best with technology. So this was a great space to be in to really have a team around me that encouraged me to know that I could do something like build a website and be supported by this awesome crew of ladies to really become in tune with my true niche, my brand. And I even went into it thinking I was just going to be expanding my network marketing business, but instead learned about my opportunities I could offer to people as it related to more offerings, specifically with high performance group coaching for me and keynote speaking. So I jumped right in and definitely learned that I needed to have this team around me to really start moving the needle forward with building a website. So for me, I was ready to turn the things I've been writing down as dreams into a reality. And this team and opportunity really was my like launching spot to be able to give my clients, a website. But just backing up a little bit, I had a ton of self-discovery when watching the videos and learning more about who I wanted to serve and how I wanted to show up and what my brand was. And then I got to take advantage of signing up quick, and I had some awesome branding sessions that were offered to me because I jumped in so quickly. And that was a really pivotal time for me because I was very unclear and unsure about how I wanted to move forward, but I knew I wanted to do something bigger and fast. So, learning about my niche, my brand, and then really getting the support to learn how to build a website, but then having the options to really use Chrissy and her team to put it into action and have copywriting support, graphic and digital support, was exactly what I needed.
Yeah. Love that. I loved like watching you on your journey and like just seeing the things kind of unfolding in terms of like, all right, I'm going to do my direct sales, but I have these ideas of, things that I want to do in addition to that and the things that I want to launch and how I want to show up and serve. And they've happened. They're not just dreams anymore. And so share with us kind of what has happened since, you went through the program, got a lot of clarity, launched some of these new offers, and are now, online marketing yourself.
Yeah. So in November, I did just a basic Instagram live sharing my new offerings and guiding people to my new website that showed my story and professionally presented my new offerings. And I not only help people on their health and wellness journey, but I also have jumped into high performance group coaching. I'm wrapping up my first Time to Shine 6-week course and already starting my next one in 2 weeks because I've had great demand for that.
Oh my God. Awesome.
Yes. And the ladies in my current group, it's been so special. They're wanting to know what's next and how they can keep working with me. So again,
love that. I got chills. That's like that's the whole goal, is that you attract these amazing people into your space that just want more and more and more. So not one time customers buy it and, leave, but like, I love that you've been able to show up in a way that they're just like, give me more, like release the offer, take my money, I'm in. Right.
Yes. So again, that has been so cool. And just quickly, I have been in the corporate world for almost 21 years, and it's been so neat. I serve career-driven women that are on the brink of burnout or maybe have already experienced burnout. And I'm really helping them bring them back to themselves and live fulfilling lives and learn how to do both and feel like they're winning at all their hats that they're wearing. So with that, I've also added on keynote speaking, and specifically, I'm excited to help leaders in corporations and in businesses help their teams lead and live with energy and positivity and accountability. And really, I am excited to help improve cultures across leadership teams. And I just booked my first keynote speaking event in May in Vegas. And that has just been a dream come true. And it's just been so neat to know that I can do these things. So, it's been fun to not only have these great new like tools and collateral to share with people to show my offerings, but then to actually have it come to life.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I love your story. I love your journey. I feel honored to be a part of it. So thank you for coming on, for sharing it. You shared a little bit about kind of who you're serving and how you're serving. So if you are out there listening and you're like, I'm in the corporate space and I need support or leadership development, connect with Megan. Megan, share how the listeners can find you and keep working with you. Maybe there's someone out there that's working in corporate and they want to hire you for a keynote. So share, your website or your social, wherever you want them to connect.
Yes. Well, definitely check out my new website that I created with this awesome team. And that's Megan/Kuiper.com. So Megan, MEGAN/KUIPER.com.
Perfect.
And
I'll put that in the show notes as well.
Okay, cool. I was going to say, you can see my beautiful new website. And there's all kinds of ways you'll see my email, and you can join my wait list for my next Time to Shine group, or And then I'm on Instagram at Megan's Mac. So it's MEGANSMAC. But yes, that would be so cool to meet you all and see the work I've been working on.
Love that. Megan, thank you for coming on, for sharing a little bit of your story and your successes since joining the program and kind of working through it. It's been a pleasure. And I don't think this will be the last time we'll see you on here. So we'll chat later.
Thank you.
Let's welcome Jennifer Rush to the podcast, one of our amazing Build a Blissful Business students, here to share just a little bit of insight about her experience with the program, kind of what she got out of it. Welcome.
Yes. So your program's amazing. I got so much out of it. It was so helpful to me.
Yeah. Where were you at, kind of in your business before jumping in, kind of that catalyst to like, all right, this is how I'm feeling. And when the program came up, you were like, yes, I need that.
So I was feeling like I was just doing all of these different things in all of these different areas, but it wasn't actually accomplishing anything. So I wasn't able to get to that next point. And what I really, really liked about what y'all did was being able to automate the process and to get people on board, and the automatic emails and the automatic funnels and things like that to get people on board so that I could spend time with other things and taking those people and figuring out where my time was best spent instead of just sending emails every day or sending text messages every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, there's those different sections. We work a lot on the branding and figuring out your ideal customer and helping with copywriting in terms of like the lessons that teach you kind of how to write copy and how to design. Were there any areas that really stuck out to you that just kind of light bulb moments went off, or that you just found incredibly helpful?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the beginning, you guys had us do a bunch of worksheets in order to figure out exactly what we wanted and how we wanted it. And it really had me dive deep into what I did want out of this, who my ideal customer was. And it just, and it was, when I first started going through these worksheets, I was like, tell me what this is all about. Like, I don't understand the purpose of it. But then it all came around full circle, and it made everything so easy to come together for the website and the look and what I wanted, and which would not have been what I originally thought. So
yeah, I think that's one of the things I've heard kind of consistently from students is that, I'm going along, I'm just kind of doing the motions, and then all of a sudden it clicks that things are in order for a reason and they're building upon each other. So by the time I get to this area where I have to start writing copy for the website, I've done all the work to get so much clarity that it's easier to go through that process. Because if you don't do it in a particular way, it makes it a lot harder. So that's definitely something consistent I've heard. We're very intentional. And I think that's something that sets us apart from other people, is there's a method to the madness.
For sure.
Yeah. And strategy behind what we make you do and the exercises that we have you go through. So since, getting things set up, getting your website set up, have things changed for you? Have you been able to do more? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So since it all got set up and my automations got in place, first and foremost, I just felt more comfortable being able to share my business because I had something to share, something that applied specific to me and to my brand, and instead of as a whole. And so that's been real helpful. And then it's given me the easy button. It's like, okay, just type in this, text this number, type in this, and then you're going to get a class. And it was all automated and helped and written. And so that was already set up. So that was the easy button for me. And then also just like being able to give people information, even through emails, and the writing of all of that and the copy from all of that, which was all gotten from the worksheets and from the hard work in the beginning. So that automation's been really, really helpful.
Oh, I love that. Cool. Well, thank you for coming on, for sharing. Share with us a little bit more about your business, kind of who you serve, because there might be someone out there listening that's like, oh, yes, I need to connect with Jennifer. So we know you've done the work to kind of really hone in on who your perfect customer is. So share a little bit more, and then how everyone can find you.
Yeah, so absolutely. So my ideal customer is a mom probably raising kids who just doesn't want to do like a whole lot of research, but just wants the answers on toxic-free living without having to just dive in every day and read 4,000 articles and all this stuff. And so be able to make it simple and a simple, healthy, toxin-free life without a bunch of the rigmarole that goes with that. And so moms specifically, and people who want to get healthy in their family, toxins out of their lives, and make that extremely simple and just press the easy button. And so that's really, that's our ideal customer. And yeah, so my website is theoilrush.com. So theoilrush.com. So yeah, go check it out.
Perfect. We'll put that link in the show notes. Thank you, Jennifer, so much for being here. I appreciate you taking the time. And as always, it's been a pleasure. We'll chat soon. Let's welcome Carolyn Jones. I'm so excited that you're here, Carolyn, to share just a little bit about your experience with the Build a Blissful Business program. I can't even say it. Too many B's now, right? So I just want you to kind of dive in and just share a little bit about your experience, maybe what you were drawn to, what you loved. So I'll just let you take it away.
Thanks so much. It's a privilege to be here and a pleasure to see you again. And I certainly enjoyed the program. It came at a time in my life where I just needed to expand further and didn't know how to expand. I had lots of ideas, but I didn't know how to bring them all together. And I had never built a website. And so I found the modules really exciting, but also the personal interest in me and my business very encouraging.
Mm-hmm. And so how tech savvy were you when you joined and signed up for this?
I would say I was probably a high beginner. I had been on Zoom calls. I had been on different podcasts, but I didn't know how to develop anything on my own. So I was aware, but I didn't have the skills, and they were really important. I went through frustration, but it was also very satisfying as I grew through the course with that.
Mm-hmm. And what about like your experience with branding?
I would say I knew about it and knew it was important, but I didn't know how to do it, and I had not done it. So again, beginner.
Yeah. And so how did going through those lessons, how did they help you?
Well, I actually found it fun. I found it fun to narrow down what I really wanted, what I really had to offer, who I was offering it to, and that knowledge that I couldn't offer it to everybody. But once I could find who I was there to serve, it became fun. I just found taking my ideas and then with the help of the program, the coaching and the modules, making something really beautiful from it that I was excited to introduce and invite people to my website was just so confidence building and so fulfilling that I love that part of it.
I want you to share just a little bit about your business and then where to find you. So first off, what is your business and who's your ideal customer?
My business is called Created for You. So my ideal customer is a woman between 40 and 80 years of age. She values health. She wants energy and she wants meaning. She likes people and she likes some adventure. But she's really unsure about this whole aging process, but wants to age gracefully. And she's unsure if she has the finances and the nutrition and the health and the skills to do that well, but she wants to build it.
Oh, I love that. All right. And so if that person is listening, where can they find you?
They can find me on createdforyou.ca.
Oh, love it. Love it. She's going to be sharing her website. You guys can pop over there and see it. Carolyn, thank you so much for coming on, for just sharing a little bit more about your experience with the program and your business with us. How incredible were our students? If you're looking to launch a business online or you're building your business and it feels too busy, like you're always behind, you have never-ending to-do lists, you don't want to sacrifice more time with your family, and in fact, you want more time with your family, more revenue, and you want better systems and better process and automation for your business, then this is the program for you. Or if you have systems and automation, maybe even a website, but you're not getting the sales that you want, you're having a hard time turning your prospects into paying customers, you're likely missing one of the 7 key areas that we teach in the program. You're probably missing quite a few of them, although you can make some simple tweaks and changes to totally turn your business around. Okay, then Build a Blissful Business is 100% for you if you are one of those people. Brand new, struggling with time, have systems set up, but aren't making the sales. If you're in any of those categories, this is for you. And so I encourage you to go watch the masterclass replay that we held earlier this week. It's called the 6-Figure CEO Secrets to Increasing Your Sales While Spending Most of Your Time with Your Family. And then take a serious look at the program and consider joining us this time inside Build a Blissful Business, because it's going to give you more time back that allows you to spend more time with your family, making memories with your family. It's going to help you bring thousands of dollars into your bank account every week, allowing you to pay off credit card debt every single month and take your family on that dream vacation to Bora Bora that you keep thinking about every time you watch Couples Retreat, right? You see them on that beautiful blue ocean. You're like, man, I want to take my family there. Okay, that's what you're going to be able to do when you have a blissful business and you go through the program to do that. So go watch the masterclass, and I will see you inside Build a Blissful Business. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you got some value out of this episode, I would love some support. And the best way to do that, so I can keep showering you with loads of actionable tips, is to hit that subscribe button. Leave a review or a comment if you're on YouTube, and share this podcast with a friend. And when you share it with a friend on social, please tag me so I can reshare your share in my stories. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out. I appreciate the heck out of you for showing up. And now it's time for you to take imperfect action so you can work less and enjoy and earn a whole lot more.